an A-list celebrity.
Is that true?
What are your thoughts?
Am I an A-list celebrity?
I believe
you might
are.
be right. I might be an A-list celebrity.
See?
If I go somewhere and have my hat on, I'll get something for free. So I think that's a
That counts.
A-list celebrity.
You were on The View, and you said something very controversial.
Yeah. I don't apologize for it, but I understand.
You said that LeBron James is the greatest basketball player ever in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Has Chicago come for you yet?
Chicago doesn't watch The View, I think.
Chicago, you right? Chicago doesn't watch The View. If you ask a random Chicago person, they'll probably tell you the same thing. I mean, I don't know. It's like you got to be a certain type of basketball nostalgia fanatic to not fully respect LBJ.
So you think it has more to do with a generational thing? I heard you. You said nostalgia. So
yeah, it's a generational thing, and also, I always forget who the quote is from. I think it's Miles Davis, but if I'm wrong, Nico's gonna go off on me. But there's this famous quote where this guy says, "You should never be a better musician than you are a person." And I feel like LeBron James is an amazing basketball player, but he's also, a community person,
You could say, we'll say it for you. You can't say this in Chicago, but me and
I heard Michael Jordan was a piece of ish.
We've always said
I heard he was a dirt bag.
We always said LeBron may be a better basketball player than Jordan, but he's definitely a better person than Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So, he's a hero. And the fact that he's talking now about issues, like he's gotten comfortable, it seems like talking, is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But you also articulated, sorry, Rosenberg,
go ahead.
and then it's all you, bro, and then it's Chance the Rapper in the morning. I know this is your guy. That's why I'm getting mine off early.
I do get excited when the real.
You guys are guys, guys, and Chance is at a whole other level. He's a superstar. He saved room on his hugging of scrotum of Kendrick for Chance. Like,
there's still room there.
There's room there.
He's only one official album in, so he's plenty of time.
Plenty of time. You said on The View, though, you spoke very clearly about what happened to LeBron James and the spray paint on his gate.
Yeah.
And, there's a sportscaster, talker by the name of Jason Whitlock, who recently basically was like, LeBron is rich enough to brush something like that off. It shouldn't bother him at all. He should look past that. We've tried to articulate it for the last 2 days about how you can't just brush something like that off.
No.
In your words, why?
Yeah, I mean, Jason Whitlock is an idiot, and
hold on, continue.
And he just, I was furious watching the stuff he was saying on TV.
Congratulations on finding Fox Sports, by the way, because that is not.
ESPN, stop. Let him talk.
It was ESPN, and he just I don't know. I know that's like a age old thing where people at a certain point start to believe that their money negates racism and that like you're in a separate class, and maybe that's systemic and it's not his fault that he's fallen trapped to that way of thinking. But he's not even really getting money like that. Like I heard it's like he was comparing himself to Oprah and LeBron and how he doesn't have to face his woes anymore because he's
and this is Jason Whitlock saying.
This is Jason Whitlock saying he doesn't see racism anymore. Racism isn't his problem because it's a poor black people problem, according to Jason Whitlock. But is he really getting money like that? He's
my
ESPN?
guess. No, he's at Fox Sports. I mean, he was calling me ESPN, so
he's
knows
an ESPN.
So he knows I was taking shots at Fox Sports. My guess is his deal over there is he probably gets $300,000. He's making money, but he's not Is he in Oprah or LeBron?
When you say those names together, Jason Whitlock.
See, my thing. Yeah, you can't
stop.
My thing was, the fabric of the black community and that word, the N word, is the struggle to have a black community and black issues that we are on one accord with each other on is a struggle in itself. But when it comes to racism in America, that's the one thing, and almost unfortunately, it's almost doesn't make me happy that it's tied. The binding of us is tied to something so negative.
Yeah.
But that's almost why it can't be brushed away, because that is something that we all know we have to overcome, and together.
Fully. And I mean, like, and it's not always, a black person in the situation's job to end racism for the rest of the world. But I just want to make sure that people understand that there's not some threshold that you get past, and you stop experiencing racism. And racism doesn't only refer to like being called the N-word or or violent crimes. Like there's just systemic racism. Like you could be a black person with a lot of money and still can't make the moves that you want to make or buy the property.
Like you just said, happened to Hove.
Yeah,
that happened to
Jay-Z and Tribeca.
They remind you every step of the way.
Or my favorites are when they make sure to point out how articulate you are and how smart you are. And I was so surprised when I met you. Why were you surprised? What were you surprised about?
I mean, it's amazing. They even reminded President Obama, repeatedly the treatment of President Obama was unlike.
They've never treated a president like that ever before.
We've never seen anything like that. Speaking of President Obama, it went from, I started making jokes on this show. I was like, I think Chance has a room in the White House. Like there was. How many events did you get to go to at the White House?
I probably went to 4 last year, 3 or 4.
Just last year though.
Last year.
And years before that.
No, actually, last year was like when it became official. Because my dad used to work for Obama, which is a crazy thing if you don't know Barack Obama. But then, like, there's a lot of people that have at some point in their lives worked for President Obama before or during his presidency. And so, like, I would say probably at least 50 of them got kids that rap. So, like, it wasn't a big deal that I was rapping at first. It wasn't like he was like, oh, you're the But eventually, I guess, he heard my music, and around last year, he started requesting for us to play at events and stuff. And we only played one, but, he invited us to
How would you describe your, like, camaraderie with the President Obama?
It's like a mentorship. When I see him, he gives me accolades and tells me that I'm doing good. And then, like, makes like a, weird joke.
Weird dad joke. Tries to make like a little reference. And
I'm like, okay, for sure.
I love you.
No problem. No problem. All right, B-Rock.
B-Rock. Chance, you're getting phone calls. What'd you tweet, bro?
I said, hey, hit my phone right now. I'm with Ebro. No, I said, I'm up at Hot 97 and call me. I put the number out.
Yeah.